Welcome to Storytimer at Large. Robin Fuldauer. Robin Fuldauer managed the Payless shoe store next to the Speedway gas station on Pendleton Pike in Indianapolis in 1992. Some things have changed since then there. The Speedway gas station is still there. The Payless shoe store is actually now a battery store. But back in 1992, the Payless shoe store would have been getting ready for a very busy few weeks. I used to sell shoes in the 90s. Easter was coming up. And if you've ever sold shoes, you know that shoe sales always climb before the holidays, especially Easter. Spring occasions like prom and graduations also drive new shoe sales in the spring. The store would have been full of sandals, pumps, flats, and dress shoes for the whole family. Payless would have also stocked lots of affordable tennis shoes all year long as well. This location on Pendleton Pike on Indianapolis East Side was just off 465. That's the multi-lane loop that runs around the city. It's not far from Interstate 70 also. Robin Fuldauer was born on December 16, 1965, to Carol Lucas Fuldauer and Elliot Fuldauer. She was a graduate of Lawrence Central High School and later Indiana University as well. She managed the Payless shoe source and prior to that had managed a Pickway shoes location in Lafayette. On Wednesday, April 8, 1992, 26-year-old Robin Fuldauer was working at the store alone. That wasn't unusual. A weekday would really only need one staff member to handle the customers. A Saturday or Sunday was another story. Robin sold 2 pairs of shoes at 1:15 p.m. That was the last sale recorded on the register tape. During the afternoon, Robin's district manager was concerned that the phone was going unanswered. The district manager was worried about Robin. She called the Speedway gas station and asked an employee there to go next door and check on Robin. That employee, Lucretia Gullett, saw that the Payless register drawer was open and went no further inside. She knew that this was a crime scene with just that brief look inside. She told the district manager to call the police. At 2:21 p.m., keep in mind, at 1:15 the last sale happened. At 2:21 the police were there. The police found Robin in the back room of the shop. She had been shot in the head with a .22 caliber weapon. In the coming weeks, police in several states along I-70 would notice a pattern of people working alone in shops being robbed and murdered in a similar way. On April 27, 1992, a man was killed at Sylvia's Ceramics in Terre Haute. That's that's west of Indianapolis. And this shop, Sylvia's Ceramics, was just 1 block away from I-70, Interstate 70. A double murder at a bridal shop also happened off I-70 in Missouri. All of those were committed with a .22 caliber weapon, and all of those gunshots were gunshots to the head. There were several murders in Texas also connected to the same killer as well. In some of the cases, there would be eyewitnesses who described a man that they saw exiting those crime scenes. Those sketches would be released and published in newspapers. Television news reports would tell viewers to be on the lookout for the suspect. At the Terre Haute shoe store that I worked at in 1994 or 1995, one of my coworkers would convince the manager to start staffing us in twos for a bit of added safety. We worked alone a lot, and she convinced him that we should be in pairs because of the I-70 killer, just in case. The I-70 killer was still in the news and still had not been caught in 1994 or 1995. We studied those suspect sketches and looked at customers with caution, even as we pleasantly chatted with them and sold them shoes. I remember working alone, though, on April 19, 1995, for several hours, when a trucker came in and asked if I had heard about the terrible bombing in Oklahoma City. I hadn't yet heard about it that morning, as the radio station I was listening to hadn't yet broken in with any news reports. So, but I'll always remember hearing about it from the trucker who stopped by to look at shoes. Who was the I-70 killer? Where did he go? Where was he from? All of these Interstate 70 murders are still unsolved. Nowadays, most of these, places will have security cameras, which is great. Many retail shops have cameras both inside the store and outside the store. But in 1992, this was not the case yet. It had not been seen as necessary. I'll have more about the Interstate 70 killer in some of the posts that I have coming up. The investigation is still ongoing. Police aren't giving up, though. Robin Fuldauer was only 26. She hoped to have a family one day. She was a beloved daughter, sister, friend, and a dedicated employee. Rest in peace, Robin. If you have information about the Interstate 70 killer, please contact authorities at 1-800-800-3510. That's 1-800-800-3510. Thanks for listening to Story Timer today.